Final update, my girlfriend had a meltdown and fell asleep on my couch. My girlfriend was released from the psych ward yesterday and decided to break up with me for a while. She suffered a massive mental health crisis a couple of weeks ago and ended up taking a mental health leave from her job. She showed up at my work wasted and high and I had to take her home. She admitted herself to the hospital the next day and stayed for 2 weeks before she was released. Last night she knocked on my door before running back to her car. She left a box with all my things from her apartment and a letter attached to the box. In the letter, she said she needs to take a break from our relationship so she can take care of her mental health. She is in an extremely unstable condition and is receiving treatment for depression and ideation. She does not feel safe being around anyone at the moment and does not trust herself to make logical decisions around people. She is taking her medication and no longer feels like the world is ending, but she is going back to the hospital to receive assistance with her depression. She is also going to start eating full meals again and try to put on weight. The next 3 pages of the letter were filled with her expressing her love for me and apologizing for her behavior. Because she knows I do not want substances anywhere near my apartment, she asked one of her coworkers about a person they know who sells white stuff and she bought a gram. She bought it in a brown bag along with some other substances and hoped I would look at it and break up with her. When I didn't, she decided to sniff the white stuff and put a line on the kitchen table. She bought 10 bottles of wine and drank 2 of them and scattered the bottles around the apartment before taking an Uber to my job. Because I was the only thing that was stopping her from jumping off a bridge, she hoped that I would get mad when I saw her walking into the fire station wasted in the state of my apartment when I brought her back and broke up with her. Despite my anger, I did not break up with her and she ultimately decided to check herself into the hospital. She dedicated 1 page to apologizing for her actions that morning and all the things she did before because of her mental health. She doesn't deserve a patient boyfriend like me who has the biggest heart in the world, and she is afraid of corrupting me. She told me to find a woman who does not have the same problems as her and treat that woman with the same respect I gave her. The last page was her telling me how grateful she was to have me as a boyfriend and she could never repay me for the 5 years of love I gave her. She does not know when she's going to feel ready to be in my presence again and told me not to come to her house to talk to me. She also drew a portrait of me while she was in the hospital and attached it to the letter. I started crying in a way I haven't since I was a kid. I knew what I was getting into when I met her and I never held her mental health against her. She always told me what emotions she was feeling and it helped our relationship greatly. This is a very serious situation and I am glad she recognized she needs professional support instead of trying to deal with it all by herself. She's had episodes before but nothing like this. I miss her. I miss her so much. My apartment has been quiet for the past 2 weeks without her being loud and creating noise and I hate it. I miss holding her and rubbing her back while she fell asleep. I miss the streak of blonde hair in her black hair, her big, black, beautiful eyes, and how she always smelled like lavender. I miss cooking for her and making dinner so she had something to eat after a shift. I miss the smells of whatever recipe she was attempting to replicate from Pinterest. I miss the video of Daniel Craig saying "ladies and gentlemen," the weekend she would send me every Friday after 5 p.m. I miss her chicken katsu and spam musubi and her cooking. She made 2 containers of katsu and curry and put them in my refrigerator before she started her white stuff plan, and every bite I took made me miss her more. I miss exercising and doing ab workouts with her. I miss trying new hiking trails with her. I miss watching whatever dumb reality TV show she was obsessed with every 2 months and her asking a million questions every time she watched a sporting event with me. She was the love of my life and my life feels incomplete without her. I told my mom and younger sister we were taking a break and both of them said she feels like a member of our family. I miss her. The last 4 years have been the happiest times of my life and now all I feel is numbness and sadness. Whenever we had disagreements they never lasted more than 2 days and we apologize if one of us said something mean. She was the place I called home and the only person I feel safe confiding in, and now she's gone for I don't know how long. I want to be right by her side, giving her a hug and telling her how strong and beautiful she is, but I can't. I know she's serious about improving her mental health and she's making an effort to get her, so that makes me feel a sense of peace. I hope she is able to find a sense of calmness in her mind. I collected all her things and dropped them off at her house this afternoon, then got on the highway and just kept driving for an hour. No music or anything, just the sound of cars and my thoughts. She deserves to be happy and feel like she wants to live. It hurts to live without her.